So I thought I'd put that together just to explain the background of Twilight 2013, because it does seem quite overly complex in comparison to the background of Twilight 2000. Whereas Twilight 2000 is the very simple Russians invade East Germany and a conventional ground war breaks out in Europe, followed by a nuclear war, and you are American soldiers left from the conventional war after the nuclear war. What do? Twilight 2013 sets up the entire world in chaos and allows the games master to drop you in anywhere in the world, including in the kind of original scenario in Europe. Now, the other points that I'd like to make about the background is one which annoys me very personally. The reason I put in the bits about Scotland was because that's something which often happens. Americans often mistake England for Britain. Now, on the island of Great Britain, there are three countries. There's Scotland, there's Wales, and there's England. Now, England's the most populated of the three, so lots of people think of that one first. But it is a separate country to the others. We are the United Kingdom. We have one queen, but we are three countries operating together. Now, that's like, in the continent of North America, there's Canada, there's the United States, and there's Mexico. Now, the most southerly is Mexico. So should we call all North Americans Mexicans? So if somebody from Canada is a Mexican? No, obviously not. And it really annoys Scots to get called English all the time. Most especially because it's kind of a thing in sports over here, that when a Scottish athlete is doing particularly well, like Andy Murray, he won Wimbledon back in 2012, 2013, around about then. He won Wimbledon and he was a great British athlete. However, then he suffered problems with his hips and he's not been doing so well, and he's now a Scottish athlete. So Scots do get a bit bothered by this differentiation between what's Scottish, what's British and what's English. But that really came to the fore when I was doing this video, because it kept mentioning what England was doing and not mentioning what Scotland was doing. So all I could think was, there were we Scots. We were just having wonderful little ceilidh parties, enjoying ourselves, while the rest of the world had a nuclear war and starved. And the difference in attitudes to different countries, I did notice quite a lot. This was obviously written by people from America who didn't really have a lot of global knowledge. Because the comments I made about Parisians and their wine. The book does go heavily on about the starvation in Europe that's happening, but that destroys the vineyards, and French people can't get their wine. As if that's most important, if you're starving to death, that you can't get some cheap booze. I just found that a bit annoying as well. Obviously, taking a very biased view of what French people are like, they love their wine. French bread, baguettes, bicycles, strings of onions, stripy jerseys, and wine. Now, the other thing which got me when I was going through the background of it was the view of American politics, which my first reaction was, that's a ridiculous thing. But if the last year's not taught us anything, it's actually perhaps the most realistic thing in the game. Because it mentions how the Democratic President of the United States, after America is nuked by China, and Chinese soldiers are causing terrorist actions in various American cities, he declares martial law. But the Republican states spoke against that, disagreeing with the declaration of martial law, because it tramps on their states' rights, that they should be free to do whatever they want without a democratic president telling them. Now, I thought that was ridiculous. Americans threatened should come together. But I think if the last year's taught us anything, then that's actually a very, very realistic point. And now I've offended everybody. I think I'll end this video. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment below, especially when you find me hugely offensive. But most of all, you look after yourselves. And I'll catch you later. Bye now.